Hi, welcome to day 9 of New Coach Basics. I'm sorry about my camera. It's like day to day, it's different. I use the same camera every day, and I'm not exactly sure why. Sometimes it's dark and sometimes it's light. It's very frustrating, but I wanted to get this done. So today we're going to talk about time management. And so this is probably one of the most overwhelming things as a new Beachbody coach is you're learning so much and you have so much, you feel like you have so much to do, and if you don't manage your time well, it is going to become overwhelming. And so the biggest thing is that, and it helped for me as well, is to set business hours. Decide how much time you're going to devote to your business and then set those hours. And just like if you were having to go into work, um, have those be your hours. I'm not perfect at it, but I do have an alarm set. I try to work from 1:30 to 3:30 when my kids till my kids get home. So I try to work those 2 hours, and I try to only do Beachbody stuff during that 2 hours. Sometimes it's hard, but I try to devote those 2 hours to Beachbody and only Beachbody. And so the other thing is when you're letting messages come in all day and then you're checking them and you're always writing back, responding right then, that can be overwhelming because you feel like you're working your Beachbody business all day long and maybe never really getting a lot done. And you don't want it to take over your life and your family's life. And so set your hours right now at the beginning. It may only be an hour for now or 30 minutes for now, but just set your hours and set and devote that time every day to it, or whatever's going to work, but try to stick to a regular schedule. Yeah, you don't. And so those are just some tips. It was harder at first, but now I try not to, people message me back, and if it's something that I know is important or timely, I will try to get back. But if it's just someone responding, you're sending out 2 to 5 messages of, hey, how are you? And so those are going to come in at all different times of the day. And so if you're trying to respond right when they respond back, then that's when you're going to feel like you're always working. And so just wait. If it's not pressing, if it's not something that they need to know right away, then just wait until your business hours the next day, or devote 30 minutes at night to get back to those messages. Just make a plan though, and try to stick to it. And so there's also there's something called the Power Hour sheet, and I will use Team Insight Outs, which is Carrie, and I will post that in the file section. And so those are some daily things that you can do every day, and they're just simple things. And if you just go down that list, or make the list work for you, but go down that list and do them in those orders, and just get to what you can get to that day, and then do the rest. Either if you're going to come back that evening or the next day, it'll still be there. And so that helps you keep focused during, and we call that your power hour. So just spend, just try to spend an hour doing those things, and then start working on other things. And then, so the other thing is posting. You do want to get regular and consistent at posting. And so I've just come up with a posting schedule, especially for my like page, because I can schedule posts. But for your personal page, it's a little harder. And just try to come up with a little schedule that you can stick to, and themes of posts or ideas of posts. You can always be writing those things down and taking pictures of everything, and then using them, even if you have to use a picture you took a week ago for something, just so you always have something to post. If you are running out of ideas, you can come back to that. And so those are some a little bit of tricks, and try not to become too overwhelmed by everything that you have to do. Anyway, so your homework tonight is to set your hours, come up with what you're going to do to spend, or what time you're going to spend on this, and then comment below what those hours are. So we'll see you tomorrow.